the way,
I've been
Baltimore
in that
is not
hospital 3
fucking
times.
DMV. And DMV is not fucking Baltimore.
This floor actually could just crack.
I don't know how it's so hard to misinterpret that.
Hello folks, today we're looking into the drug epidemic that is absolutely horrific and just infiltrating cities all around America.
All my veins have collapsed or they don't work.
Today we're boots on the ground in Baltimore where we're surrounded by dirty mattresses, needles, human feces, and just human despair.
Till you see a limp body whose life ends with a gun.
We're here to give people stories and also explore how we can make this better. This is a massive problem in America, something that we need to look into, need to figure out how to change, and we're here firsthand to explore and give you the story. Today, folks, we're going boots on the ground in Baltimore, getting an inside look into the drug epidemic that's running its way through the city. We go into trap houses that are full of paraphernalia. We explore the drug called Trank, which is ripping apart the city.
Turning people into what some are calling living zombies.
We're aided by our friend Nick, who has dedicated his life to helping people become
No hating
sober.
shit. DMV niggas are so ugly, but the girls so bad. Okay? So this comment just told me that you go both ways, cause why are you judging niggas? Okay, like what would you do if a DMV nigga was cute?
We're pulling into West Baltimore today, the second most dangerous city in America. And right now the city is in a state of emergency due to a drug epidemic. They're mixing fentanyl with xylazine, which is an animal tranquilizer. Putting it together, it's kind of the Kensington zombie effect. Their attorney general is petitioning to make it a state of emergency. There's dozens of news articles about it. It is really affecting the city. And today we're meeting up with a local contact that is dedicating his life to helping people in these situations. We'll see you on the streets. So we're investigating Trank today. Have you heard of that?
Of course, tranquilizer. That's been going on for years. It's nothing.
Really?
New. Just a different name.
And is it really flooding into the city right now?
The downtown Baltimore area might be more prevalent.
It's more prevalent in East or West Baltimore?
West.
If you were mayor, what would you do to help this issue?
I would probably try to clean up the Lexington Market area. That's pretty much the hub of the drug trade downtown.
Are you trying to incarcerate people?
Oh, I meant to be. I'm playing. Yeah, they make it look bad. It's cool. Homeless people be having good stories. Nah, Baltimore is a pretty down bad area. I'm not gonna lie. They was just selling cribs for $1 last year, bro. A whole $1.
Did you give them other opportunities?
Other opportunities, drug treatment, things of that nature.
My name's Nicholas Johns. I'm an outreach specialist. What I do basically is street interventions in places like West Baltimore, Philadelphia. I go into the streets and approach people that are in active addiction or states of homelessness and offer them an immediate route to remedy where their life is at.
What is the drug primarily that's ripping apart the city right now?
It's fentanyl. You know, before it was fentanyl, it was heroin.
So do you ever get nervous before you go and do this stuff?
Honestly, no. We're going into an impoverished area where gun violence is prevalent, you know, and there's a lot of drugs. I'm known in these areas, and also if anybody with us, like, y'all really don't need to worry about anything.
How many people like you are out doing what you're doing?
In Baltimore, it's just me.
What makes what you do unique?
I just get really strong numbers in regards to the amount of people that I actually place from the streets directly into treatment facilities on a given day.
How do people get into these positions?
People are born into this as an environment, in which case you got pretty much every angle of life stacked against you. You got generational poverty, institutionalized racism, cyclical devolution from drugs in your community. You've got the other way out, which is trying to procure money through the drugs in your community. Then you have the violence that goes alongside all of that. Perpetual state of unconsciousness. Yo! Syringe bags right there.
We're just walking to an abandoned building after abandoned building, and they are just, it looks like a war happened here. I mean, don't get me wrong, America has so much beauty in it, some of the greatest wealth the world has ever seen, but on the flip side, some of the highest amount of human despair. If you were mayor, what would you do to make this place a little safer or better for people?
Definitely put more food.
Import foreign bad bitches. Foreign fat hoes. All type of hoes, bruh. One hoe per citizen.
Is there not enough places for people to get food and shelter?
Heck no, there's no like outreach, bro. There's nothing like that.
How would you describe this area to people?
There's a lot of abandoned
like this. No, let me chill out. Let me chill out. Cause I might be onto something. Cause niggas act rowdy as shit because they ain't have pussy in a while. I'ma just put it out there.
And so
I'ma
everybody
just
has
leave
a
that.
place to
I'ma just
live.
leave
They
that
call
there.
it abandonminiums.
Mm-hmm.
How do you survive out here?
I do date.
What's the most common drugs to be found around here?
Heroin and crack.
How'd you get to here?
Everybody that ends up here gets stranded here. We came to cop. We got caught because it's like a fast life. So
Yeah.
and it's everybody gets stuck like this.
So do you feel stuck right now?
Almost.
How much money do I need to find drugs around here?
I don't know. It's just if you can find them. I mean, not everybody's friendly.
Do you know anyone that has passed away from an overdose?
I don't know anybody. It's common.
Is it dangerous being a woman out here?
100%.
Oh, definitely.
I've been raped in alleys. I've been held at
Damn.
gunpoint and raped in alleys. I've been
Damn.
held at gunpoint and raped by a child in alleys. I've been
Damn.
held hostage 3 times.
Do you ever call the police?
No.
Do the police help?
They will if you call them, but nobody ever calls.
That's wild as shit. Bro, she got beat in 3 different ways, bro. That's so insane. I can't tell what she's going through mentally, bro. But a child is insane, bro.
How did we get here?
You know, the drug epidemic is one thing. That has started back in the 70s. It has progressed to what it is now. Now we have a lot of carjackings, crime, murders, and killings. In my early 20s, a lot of stuff that's going on now, I didn't have to deal with. It's now just me out here doing what I have to do to survive, and then you have a bunch of people with no opportunity. They're gonna do what they know how to do.
What we are about to do is walk into the trap houses. There could be junkies.
I can't imagine being a officer in Baltimore City, bruh. Baltimore is damn near themed based off of Gotham. I mean, Gotham is damn near themed based off of Baltimore, bruh.
I've known about this stuff for a while, and I've known like a lot of people I grew up with would come down here to buy drugs, but actually being on the inside behind the boarded up windows, it's pretty fascinating to see the conditions.
Bro, I'm hot as fuck, but it looked like this nigga wearing a disguise of some sort.
That people live in, you know?
Like, it's easy to watch a TV show about it or read a book about it, but when you actually are walking through the needles, walking through the dilapidated buildings, and talking to people that you can just tell are in a very tough spot. I mean,
When you look at these living conditions, it kind of gives you a good understanding of how this drug affects you. If you're willing to live amongst that, the trash and the filth and whatnot, like obviously it has a really, really strong hold on these people, and it's not as easy.
Yeah, he looked like he wearing disguise, bruh.
Just stop.
It's the
Sometimes,
mustache.
I feel like people potentially feel like they're happier sitting by the fire where they're at versus trying to climb up or down a level. But one thing, point that I'll give kudos to Baltimore on, of all cities I've worked in, they have such an immediate ease of access to treatment here, 24/7, multiple places that you can just show up.
I know
have
that
no
bitch be
ID,
empty as fuck.
have no
But somehow that bitch still be empty.
insurance, and by the end of the day you're going to be enrolled in an inpatient treatment facility with a rent-free place to live 6 to 9 months. You're going to have full case management services that help you get things like TDAP, food stamps, birth certificate, social security card, ID, job placement. So there definitely are
that is hard, though.
organizations here that are ready and willing to help people build back their lives up from the chaos and the death that this is out here.
How bad is the opioid epidemic here in Baltimore?
It's terrible. My daughter, her old man put me out. That turns me back onto the streets.
Coping with life on the streets isn't easy.
No, it's not. My life is too precious to be out here doing the opium and all that bullshit. It's too much. Look at all these abandoned houses. A whole block ain't nothing on the streets. They need to build these houses back up, put people back into society again.
What are some things you think could be done to help curb the opioid epidemic, lessen the damage it's doing to society?
Stop it, like y'all doing.
Raising awareness?
Yes. You know, like the police raiding all these spots now. That's a good thing, too.
Breaking up the people that are living in the abandoned buildings?
Is the
Yeah.
Chinese
Is this
food
something
there
you see-
good in Bmore? I'm not gonna lie, in any hood, the Chinese spot is going bang, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you, go to your local hood, bro. Just you, a pocket knife, and $10. Just anything you want from a Chinese spot, bro. And they gonna treat you like family in that bitch, bro. I swear.
You're
the food be
self-dedicating
banging
your
every
life too?
time.
I mean, I already have, bro. Just really the next step is gonna be launching the nonprofit in regards to teaching other people the methodology of outreach that I employ on a daily basis. I really just wanna positively influence the macrocosm of mankind.
Here's a GoFundMe in the description that's helping him grow his nonprofit, scale his nonprofit. I'm gonna put my own money up for it, and I hope you do as well. Let's see if we can move something, guys. The power of the internet to change people's lives is a beautiful thing. There's a huge drug issue. What is your commentary on that?
The reason I came out here was because I'm an addict. I'm originally from Carroll County, so it was easier to obtain drugs at a cheaper price. I was in treatment. I was living out Frederick at a place called Solid Ground. I was actually 2 years clean. I relapsed, so I came out here with the expectation to continue using.
How long ago was that you relapsed?
This was exactly April last year.
Damn, man.
I shoot up, right?
Yeah.
The only place I can actually go is in my neck. All my veins basically have collapsed or they don't work. When I attempted to inject any kind of drug, what happens is it won't pull the blood. It'll be like a miss. You can see that right there, that's from a miss. Now, anybody that's using kids at home, don't do drugs. It's been the biggest mistake of my life.
Does it feel like a hole that's almost impossible to get out of?
Oh, definitely. They're trying to like mask some kind of pain that they're bearing. For me, it was losing my 2 children. I got 2 kids that got adopted. I lost them about 7 years ago. I signed off my parental rights so they'd have a good life. And I'm glad I did because I ended up going to jail for 2 years. So had I not, I would have pretty much not been there for them regardless. I am homeless technically. I've been staying with a friend in Pigtown. My friend Chris gets
I know that shit
100%
hurt.
disability. We got a nice 3-story townhouse.
So you have a nice place to sleep at, but by day you come here, you panhandle, and you get your fix.
Pretty much.
I see you have different things on your skin. Is that from using?
These are scars right here, but like right here, that's from using drugs.
How much money do you need a day to
Does he
survive?
still have? I hope he still has some type of contact with his children, or if there's like a way for him to find them.
I have a $12 a day habit.
How many people in your
It can't end like that, bro.
family are also experiencing drug issues?
Well, my father, he's active. Older of my 2 sisters. My youngest sister's never done drugs or alcohol.
How old were you when you tried your first drug?
I was 15 years old. Well, I did pot with a friend, and then my second drug was cocaine.
How many times a day do you use?
Twice.
Jesus Christ, nigga. Nigga, that wasn't even a baby step, nigga. That was a leap of faith.
I use right when I wake up in the morning. Usually I'll save something from the night previous. When you use, you stop feeling the euphoria from it, but you'll still get the call, meaning like you'll still feel that warm sensation, and it's just a temporary cushion of comfortability. Even though it does go away, your problems are still there after the drugs are gone. It's kind of like a no-brainer though. I pay money to myself. It doesn't even fucking make sense. If anybody hears this and I can help you in any way, I can tell you I've had like 4 hospitalizations in the past year. One was 2 weeks, the other one was a 10-day stretch, and then a week. Drugs are not worth it.
We got some of your poetry here. Do you mind if I read some of it, or do you want to read it?
Kind get stuck like elf on the shelf. Now you're a fiend shooting dope and killing on yourself. Your brain starts to change and soon starts to corrode. Your age is still young while your body and soul feels old.
There's too many of us struggling in these streets. The sickness out here is a crippling disease. The junkies out here, parents, kids, and friends, this vicious cycle we live never seems to end. That's powerful, man. What is it like living here?
It's crazy. I was actually born in Germany. I was an army brat, so I've lived in like 7, 8 different states. My parents actually live on a golf course. After college, I kind of, did some stuff on my own, and me and my girlfriend wound up here. We've been here for like 2 years. We lived in like 5 different houses, and every house we seem to move in, the owners come and end up kicking us out. But we actually found this really.
Are you squatting here? Or?
Yeah.
And how hard is that to do around here?
We actually talked to the person who owns this, and we keep it pretty clean. So he said as long as we continue to keep it clean and we're not causing any trouble with the neighbors, he doesn't mind. Because of course, if we move out, you don't know who the hell is gonna move in.
What are the houses like around here?
You get what you see. They're run down.
Oh, I know this block.
A lot of them, no water, no electricity. Bathrooms are terrible, but for the most part.
Nah, cause I actually lived in Baltimore before. because of personal problems in my family. So like I used to live around like 15 minutes away from this block, like in my sister's crib, bruh.
Water to eat, wash your hands and stuff.
What do you make of all the drug abuse that's happening?
You don't love me no more, tell me why you saying that. Anything I did, I had to take it back. Damn, how about the coupe and the lamb? Caught him all like and he ran. Woke up to 4 more bands. Now I can't hold my pants. Minded the gun is advanced. Switch on the Glock, it's a trend.